Hi everyone, from the first time that I posted on Instagram and YouTube to now, I've made a lot of things, but the most requested dish was Khaosway. It is on my YouTube channel and IGTV as well, but today I'm going to be making a beef Khaosway and I'm going to show you how to do this from scratch. I hope you guys are still interested in Khaosway and I hope you make my version of what I feel is an authentic Burmese Khaosway. There are many types of Khaosways. There's mini Khaosway and there's so many different recipes for them, but mine is something that I've got from my nanny and from my maternal side, the Iranis who lived in Burma for many years and picked up lots of Burmese food and incorporated it in their everyday lives. So here goes. Stay tuned on Ifnatcancook. Instead of showing you all the ingredients at once, I'm going to show you step by step, and I'm going to write down the list of ingredients in the comments section when I post this. I've taken about 3 onions. These are small onions and I'm going to blend this. This is for 600 grams of beef. This is good for 4 to 6 people. Blend. Roughly chop or blend. Okay, that's happened, and in a pot like this I've added oil. I'm going to saute the onions. One has to be very patient with onions because it does take up to 15 minutes to become translucent like this. I'm going to add a teaspoon each of ginger and garlic, which I have pounded, or you can just even use bottled ginger garlic paste. Saute this. This is a detailed recipe, guys, so I'm going to be showing you step-by-step instructions. It's going to become a long video, but it's going to be worth it. Saute this, and next up is 1 teaspoon each of red chili powder, turmeric powder and salt. Adding that in. Look at the color change. Next up is beef, but just make sure that you saute this masala well so that the smell of the masala kind of goes. You can even splash a little water now. And it's time to add the beef. This is 600 grams of beef that I have cut into very small bite-sized pieces because I want to cook this fast. Bhuno as well. That's going to take a few minutes, and in the meantime I'm going to make the chutney. This is a peanut imli chutney. I've taken some oil in a frying pan and I have sliced 2 onions. I'm going to saute this till it's a little translucent. Okay, the rest of the ingredients for this peanut imli chutney is peanuts over here. That's half a cup. 3, 4, 5 cloves of garlic. There's bird's eye chili too. That's optional, but this is very important. The dried red chili balls, and of course imli. You add salt to onions while frying. It fries evenly. Adding the red chili balls first. Adding the garlic now. I haven't chopped it too finely. That's good enough. Coming back to the meat, because it seems to be done in the sense that I have sauteed it really well. I'm adding a little water and I'm going to cover and cook this till the meat is nice and soft, and then I'll proceed to the next step. This is not a pressure cooker, it's a fast cooker. When it's translucent, halfway done and turning a little light gold, add the peanuts and the bird's eye chili. Now the bird's eye chili is optional. I have also put up 4 eggs to be hard boiled. You need to stir this constantly so that the garlic or the onions don't burn. You don't want this to be bitter. I love this chutney. I'm just going to show you what to do with the imli now. Here's half a cup of tamarind. Now this is the one that comes with seeds. You can use tamarind paste as well. I'm just going to add some hot boiling water to this, maybe just a little more than half a cup, and then I'm going to wait for this to dissolve a little and then take the pulp out. It's hot. I'm just going to do this and then put it through a strain, and whatever's left will be added to the onion mixture when I'm blending it. Not cooking it more than this. Okay, so what I want you to do is take the onions and the peanut etc., leaving the oil behind in the frying pan, and put this in a blender. Also make sure you've taken off the stem. Okay, I just wanted to show you that I'm going to strain this. Just like that. This splatters all over my kitchen wall. Oh well, that happens when you are in a hurry. Okay, so I've taken it out and put it back in the frying pan. I'm just going to add a little sugar to this, brown sugar. That's at least 2 tablespoons. But the thing is that every sugar and every imli that I buy has a different kind of sweetness or sourness. So when people ask me exactly how much sugar or imli are you using in this, I just want you to know every imli packet for me has been different throughout the years. So well, here it is. Add as much as you can take. It has to be very sour and just a little sweet. I'm going to put this back on the stove. I put it back on the stove. I don't want you to mix it up or jumble it up like scrambled eggs. I just want you to push the sides in so it doesn't burn. That's how you do it. I've also put a water to boil the noodles, salty water, and let's check on the meat. I'm using La Rosa egg noodles and I got this at Paradise in Karachi. I've used 1.5 packet in salty water, boiling it till it's done. You can use any egg noodles you like. There's Colson, there's a lot of imported stuff in the market. Okay, just showing you that this is slowly turning red and I'm just pushing it inwards, not making a jumbled scrambled egg mess out of this. Okay, let's take a look at the beef. Look at that color, smelling wow. I've raised the fire so that the water dries completely, and then after that I'm going to add just a little under 1 cup of besan, which is gram flour. I'm going to put the gram flour through this chutney and I'm going to start with 1/2 cup and maybe take it to 3/4 of a cup. Let's see. I hope you can see this. Just adding about 3/4 of a cup and then I'll see if I want any more. Okay, I strain it because if there's any kida or it shouldn't go into the Khaosway. Also, I believe my mother used to tell me that when you strain it, it doesn't form lumps. So that's a tip. You have to bhuno this really, really well. If you don't bhuno this, the Khaosway will taste kacha. You don't want to taste the besan in it. Besan is very important to this recipe. Without besan, it becomes, I don't know what. And I don't use tomatoes. That's not Burmese. But that's okay. Everybody has their own recipe. I'm just teaching you one style. I'd really like to have this Khaosway I had at someone's house, which had kacha, keri, and curry patta and tomato. It was delicious. It was so good. I'm using this brand coconut cream. I'll tell you exactly how much I used. Started off with a can. Okay guys, so it's confirmed that I used 3/4 of a cup of besan, and we'll tell you how much cream. Mix this well. Add 1.5 litre of water, and then I'll see if I need more. I'm going to give you exact measurements when I'm done. Let this come to a boil. The gram flour will make it nice and thick, unlike laksa. Adding a second can, and I've checked there's very little salt. I'm going to add salt. If you have beef stock, you can add that, or beef cubes, or you can even add chicken cubes to increase the salt. There's another ingredient that I use in my Burmese Khaosway, a tablespoon of fish sauce. So I really, really like fish sauce. You can totally omit this, but this is a part of the original authentic recipe as well. Check for salt and adjust if you want right now. Okay, all of this is ready. These are the condiments that I typically serve with Khaosway: boiled eggs, lemon, green chilies, coriander, kira, and that's spring onions. Now I also see that people serve chili chips, but I'm going to teach you how to make fried noodles with this. This is Colson's egg noodles. These are thin, so this is my choice for today. I'm going to break it up and I'm going to make them into pieces as big as that. You take oil in a shallow pan like this. You can do it in a frying pan too, and place the noodle. And when you see small little bubbles forming like that, you know it's ready. So let's add all of this into that. To be really hot, guys. If you put this into cold oil, then it's going to soak up all the oil. It's going to be ready in another 30 seconds. So let me remove this. Okay, my Khaosway is done and it's looking very pretty, but the last thing I'm going to do and show you is how to temper this Khaosway. Now, a lot of people don't do this, but my mom always did, and this adds a beautiful color. I'm going to take oil and I'm going to add Kashmiri lal mirchi because it's not chili hot, and twirl it around. Don't let the oil burn, and right at the end, give a little bagar. Nice and smoky too, guys. And that's it. Actually, it's a little tedious, but not very difficult to make. Just remember to serve this with the peanut imli chutney and the fried noodles along with the other condiments. Guys, I prefer beef Khaosway, but you can make this in chicken. I'm so glad you guys were here with me on Ifnatcancook, following my stories and then later on a post, because this is something I owe to everybody. This is the first recipe I put up on IGTV and YouTube, and I've come a little way since then, and this I owe to everyone. So thanks for watching, guys, and thank you for being there with me on Ifnatcancook.